Oh my god, that shit's good. Okay. I'm just enjoying some cocoa that I brewed myself. It's nice. Some cocoa powder, some sugar, some milk, some water. It's really nice. Yeah. Really rich though. Whatever. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Echo. We're here to experience Echo. Because, yeah. It's what we're all about here in this channel now for some reason, just for visual novels that traumatize you. Interesting. There's not many others that would do that to it, but whatever. There's a Dastro, which, I haven't touched that one a bit, not gonna lie. Anyway, let's get into this. Why don't we? Oh, I forgot that that's what we're doing. Anyway, it's 5:31 a.m. on August 12th. I'm a great swimmer, I swim that. The young woman, okay. Played this before and I did the young woman's voice. It's distant but near. Like a video with the volume nearly all the way down. I strain myself to listen more closely, but the spoken words start to come into focus. That's doubtful. You're a Yoda after all. A man's voice, also barely audible. I'm inside the cabin of a large vehicle. It's rickety and I have to hold on to something to keep from shaking all over the place. I can see two people in the front now, their silhouettes pronounced, but I can't make out their faces. I should say that you're about to find out why Sydney's father had the outburst. About to find out. It's like the distorted water droplets on fresh ink. The one in the passenger seat is a woman, a coyote. She has lots of jewelry. Not that I can see it, but it jiggles around whenever she moves. That reminds me of my mom. The man on the left is driving as an otter. He's wearing a hunting cap that's too small for his noggin. Remind you of anyone, audience? Whenever he turns his head, I catch a glimpse of him in the mirror, his face blurred. The only part that's distinguishable are his eyes, like shining blue headlights in the dark. I think I'm seeing things from this point of view, even though he's not really me. Oh, I think I'm seeing things from his point of view, even though he's not really me. The cabin behind the two front seats is roomy, like a van. In fact, it feels like there are more people behind me, but I can't look over my shoulder. I'm stuck, shaking around between the front seat and somewhere in the back, near the rear cabin doors. Yeah, and you're a dirty species of dove. Times are changing, you best get with them, elsewise I might need to find someone more sophisticated. Company here. Woman responds. This is all so familiar for some reason. Deja vu. Jan, you read dirty novels and you eat fast food like a hog. I've heard him say that witch doctors are more worldly and sophisticated than you. He grunts, laughing a little at his joke. Oh, please, darling, reading a little novella with the word penis in it ain't gonna damn me straight to hell. Second, I got my own income now. You know, a job, you might hear of one someday. I can use the money I make from said job to buy whatever I want that makes me feel special. Sometimes it's a little romance book at the drugstore, and sometimes it's a large vanilla shake with extra cherries. Third and final, I don't think them say to have witch doctors. They got shamans. I met one once. He was a very nice old man. About 4 feet tall, too. Pocket-sized. Woman sounds rather pleased with herself for countering other man's comments. The man started a dismissive noise. You met one, eh? What'd he do, sell you a love potion? Another chitter of laughter at his own joke. I don't know, hon. You tell me. You reckon it's working? Her tone is flirting, and I can practically feel them both smiling. I'm outside now, my head's spinning. I'm walking, but it's not my body that's moving, it's someone else's. Their movements are slow and deliberate. A stab of pain when the body's left leg moves too high, or the joints rotate at the knees. The fur on their arms is ice white, and the muzzle is feline. Some sort of big albino cat trudging one foot after the other beside the highway, caught up in a strange daze. Sepia-tinted memories still our head, of places that look straight out of the southwestern adventure's frontier quarter. These recollections are his existence and the physical reality in which in front of him is a fading dream, something that causes pain to traverse. This world is not his home anymore, as much as it hurts him to think that. One of his feet steps upon the pavement, then the other, crossing the lanes to walk directly down the little yellow line down the center. The people he loved are all dead, but he doesn't want to join them. He just wants them back. As his own senses fail him, the memories in his head get more real. They're there in his mind. He can see the stitching in their clothing, the smell of their fur, the chuckle in their voice, the touch of their paws, the taste of their lips. It's such a sad way to be. I'm back in the van. The otter and coyote are trading glances with each other now. The more brusque personality of the otter seems tempered by the coyote, like he's trying to take himself too seriously around her. The radio's playing something now, something that wasn't there before, but I can't quite make it out. It's not music, just voices. Drawn out, distorted, and mostly unintelligible. I catch something that sounds like nervous laughter from a high-pitched voice. Then a more baritone one responds to something reassuring. It's okay. At least what I think it says. Finally, a squelching noise like squishing soft putty between your paws. The feeling that someone is behind me in the van grows. I've been here before, I know I have. But when? No matter what I do, I can't turn around. Even the rearview mirror reflects a distorted image. I can just barely make out something back there, undulating in constant restless motion. Strobing between pulsating flashes of faint red light. There's applause like someone clapping. The handles of the rear cabin doors seem to shudder and click, like someone is trying to open them from the outside. But that's impossible, we're moving. It feels like I'm yanked back out to the road again, with the old man walking down the center lane. The memories in his head grow more precipitous as he walks. It's as if it's building towards some great zenith, or a point of total clarity. I'm not sure I know this. There's a rumbling of an engine coming up from behind, puttering in rhythmic fashion. Again, I can't turn to face it, but I know it's there, and it's getting closer. The engine roars, it's coming up right behind me. This is nuts. Fuck, what the fuck am I doing? It's the high-pitched voice from the radio. You can hear it now, clearer than ever before. You're doing great, Shula. Baritone voice. That was Leo. The albino older man stops, turning as if he heard this too. Heavy breaths escape my throat and splay forth, fogging up the windshield. Two lovers exchange a kiss, eyes lulled. There are lovers in the back as well, fumbling with themselves in that same red light. Oh, that's fucking weird. I know what's happening. That same red light that bathes the entire sky. The cabin doors fling open, and I can finally see the person who's been trying to get in from outside. A runty-looking, amber-eyed otter stands there, wearing an oversized blue t-shirt, khaki shorts. It's me. I'm younger and I don't have the goatee. Somehow I'm just floating behind the moving vehicle, as if we were standing still. The color in younger me's eyes starts to fade, before shifting to an icier blue. He shrinks. Soon the figure standing there is a little boy in his swimming trunks. Him. What does he want? Another shift and he springs about up with distorted, jolty movements. transition is nowhere near as smooth as the first. An otter in his hunting cap, far too tight for his head, those same blue eyes piercing right through me. Bronson, Mr. Bronson, Sydney's father. Is Mr. Bronson also the one driving the van we're in? I see no reaction from the blurry figure in the driver's seat, still more occupied with the coyote next to him. He's only there for a second, before his face practically tears away in jagged artifacting. Mr. Bronson twists it on himself, expression uncaring as it falls apart and fades into ragged white fur. The elderly albino on the road, it's him. At least I think it is. The silhouette is more abstracted, the detail of his features somehow darker. His form floats there for some time. I keep waiting for it to shift, but it doesn't. Instead, it turns its head to look directly at me. Stark red eyes. They widen, still peering, and I try to step back, but I can't move. Like fluorescent bulbs that begin to illuminate, blinding me as they grow closer and closer. I hold my paw as the old man's mouth opens, about to speak. What? Thunk. Janice, you okay? Bronson, what'd you hit? Bronson, don't just sit there. You answer me right now. I don't know. Jesus, sweet Mary Christ. Mr. Bronson's despondent while Janice is starting to get frantic. Everything is dark, but I can still see a slight red splatter on the center of the windshield. A large chunk of fur is caught in the wiper. Mr. Bronson steps out of the vehicle, his blurry form flickering into something a little more focused. His clothes are loose hanging, jeans bell-bottomed, very 60s. I can see the whiskers on his face like they were my own. His heart is practically beating out of his chest, his fur damp with cold sweat. Fear is electric, buzzing hum which permeates the landscape. Are they hearing it too? I decide to move with him, seen from his point of view. Mr. Bronson covers his face, paws trembling. He can't see anything in this darkness. The otter nearly leaps out of his fur, startled by the voice. It's a weak, desperate cry, a gurgling of pain, falling out immediately after. Mr. Bronson runs to the source of the pathetic sound. Janice getting out of the van as well. She clutches her bag to her side, her high heels clacking against the asphalt. Bronson, oh my God! I see it. I see him. The albino feline is stuck, wedged between the fender skirt and the wheel itself. A space about a foot wide. He's practically folded into it, legs snapped upward and jutting out the side. Wild red eyes dart from Mr. Bronson to Janice and back again. I can't tell if he's pleading for help or asking why. All I know is that he's in excruciating pain, beyond the capacity for tears. Just instant shock. Images flash before his eyes. Now he's not looking at anyone at all. He's devoid of movement beyond the rapid heaving of his chest. Jesus! She screams. His shoulder's caught under the tire, and he's bleeding. Oh God, Brent, we gotta do something. I can't fuck. I know we gotta do something. He shouts back at her, eyes nearly popping out of his head. Janice gasps as the old man begins to speak again. The look of realization crosses her no longer blurry face, and she points back toward the van. Get the jack! Mr. Bronson blinks and quickly rushes to the back to get his toolkit, flinging the doors open. In place of obscure lovers are a mound of tarantulas, burrowing into each other as if trying to hide from newly opened doors. Some are blondes, while others are the more standard rust and black color. He does not seem to notice or care about these creatures, which flee from his presence, instead diving for his little olive glove toolbox. I try to step away, but I'm stuck seeing through his eyes now. He flings his tools around, hammers, wrenches, and rebar clattering to the side. No Jack. Mr. Bronson stares, motionless until Janice's shrieking voice breaks the silence. What is taking you so long? Get him out of there, Bronson! The otter exhales shakily, makes his way back to Janice, giving her a blank look. Help me lift. What? I said, help me lift. You are kidding me. You don't have a jack? Shut up and help. Mr. Bronson slips his paws under the side of the van next to the wheel, squeezing his palms against the chrome. Janice quickly does the same on the other side of the wheel. On 3, lift! Mr. Old Man, we're gonna get you out of there in no time. You just gotta slide on free once this goes up, okay? She tries to put on a reassuring voice, but the albino just stares past her with those intense red eyes. 1. Press, I don't know if I can do this. 2. She shakes, tears beginning to well within her eyes. Oh, God. 3. The van creaks as it begins to rise off the ground, at least on this corner. Janice screams at her own exertions, muscles spasming as her arms shake. The old man begins sliding his broken legs down the side of the wheel, one of his free paws grabbing the side of the bender's skirt. Low moans escape from inside his chest, whimpers of unimaginable pain and shock as his crushed bones realign themselves inside him. He makes it most of the way out by the time Janice's arms give out, Van instantly lowering back down a couple inches. Fuck! Mr. Bronson spreads his eyes wide, his muscles quivering as he tries to hold up the whole van by himself. Go! Get out of there! Go! He screams down at the albino, his blue eyes meeting the albino's, as the old feline begins to nudge himself out from under the wheel. The otter howls as the van continues to lower despite his best efforts. Otter, whatever. The old man feels it touch the side of his muzzle. His breathing quickens, arms reaching for something, anything to help him. And some gentle pressure. His eyes are bleary and moist now, like a lost child's. And more pressure. And then Janice screams. She screams and screams until her vocal cords fray like old yarn. Time passes. The body of the old man is dragged into a large open hole in the side of the road. Mr. Bronson's paws are bloodied, nails chipped from digging without a shovel. Who does that remind you of? Janice refused to help, but she's been sitting in the van quietly for the past half hour, crying to herself. She can't stop shaking. He buries the body in the small ditch, trying not to look at his half-crushed face. It seems to stare at him, asking for help from beyond the grave. He could have helped, but he wasn't strong enough. Maybe this is what he wanted after all. To die. Why else would he have been walking straight toward the middle of the road? He had plenty of time to move out of the way, but he didn't. It was like he didn't realize the shock of what he had done until it was tangled in the wheel skirt of the van. His bones jutting from his skin and blood dripping from his overalls. Once he's completely covered, Mr. Bronson peers back at the van. The splatter from the impact is still visible. He places a small stone to mark the grave of the unknown man before heading back and getting into the driver's seat. Jenna says nothing to him, and for that, he's thankful. Mr. Bronson drives off the road into a small valley a short ways away. Parks in between some bushes and collects his things, trying to ignore the new throbbing pain in his head. Together they silently exit the van and begin their slow walk back to Echo. A lone figure watches them from atop a hill, impossibly tall silhouette with lanky arms that hang past his knees. We're together now. Okay, so yeah, guys, now you know why I was not looking forward to this video. Those of you who haven't played the Smoke Room don't have any fucking clue why I'm like this. But like, those of you who have played the Smoke Room, you know. And I just fucking realized something. It's like, so not only was that a flashback to that dude's death and the reason why Sydney's father was so overtaken by awful feelings that he had to kill himself, but also there was another event that I can't talk about because it hasn't been explained yet, but that was also there. But you also saw the it was Chase, then it was Sydney, then it was Mr. Bronson, and then it was Sam. You see the pattern there? Chase, Sydney, Sydney's father, Sam. Jesus fucking Christ, man. My eyes flutter open and I'm greeted by sunlight pouring through the thin curtains. At first, I'm a little confused until I realize I'm not in the same bed I'd been in the rest of the trip. It takes me a minute to get control of my limbs again, and when I turn my head to the side, I see Jenna sound asleep beside me. The way the sunrise is shining through her blonde fur is just perfect. Such a contrast to the dream from the night before. The details of which aren't starting to fade, but some of the imagery remains. The van, the albino getting hit, the tarantulas in the back, the tall figure that was watching on the hill. Ugh, just to think about. I reach out a paw and gingerly stroke Jenna's shoulder. Seeing as Tita's out of the room, I scoop myself up behind her, an optimal spooning position. Fortunately, thanks to the dream, I've awoken without morning wood for a change. The moment I touch her, though, she rolls around, nuzzling into my neck. Her whiskers tickle up my chin, and I have to make a concentrated effort not to start giggling. She must not be as asleep as I thought, because she makes a contented noise as I run my paw down to her hip. She takes hold of my paw in hers and leans forward to kiss me. Not open mouth or anything gross and morning breathy like that, but enough to make my heart flutter. Her eyes open a crack, and she smiles as she sees me looking back at her. Hey. Hey. I peck her on the nose, and I can hear her tail flap beneath the covers happily. You look beautiful. Truly? She inquires back, stretching her arms above her and yawning. Yeah. She squints at me for a moment. You have sleep crusties in your eyes. I blink. Oh, well, I just woke up. That's probably why. I roll my eyes quickly. She lets out a little laugh. You sleep okay? I debate just saying yeah and leaving it at that, but last night's dream felt so particularly bizarre it'd feel wrong not to mention. Ugh. I shrug. More weird dreams. Had one where I simultaneously got hit by and ran over someone with a van. Like the perspective switched back and forth. Oh, that's weird. At least it's not the recurring shadow you dream. Oh yeah, definitely. Seeing myself in the mirror is tough enough. I don't need to see that when I sleep. Chase, please. You're not that ugly. I frown. You have a wonderful way of making your reassurances simultaneously slight put-downs. Do I? Yes. I'm being negged. Oh, shut up. I hate when guys do that. I'm just teasing you, Chase. Trying to rate someone's physical appearance it's always been hard for me. Especially when they're covered in eye gunk. Oh, come on. I'm gonna wipe it on you. Her face crinkles in a look of repulsion. Oh, gross. I pull her body close to mine, her chest pressed together. It softens her scowl a bit. You know, I keep dreaming about my grandmother. Really? Yes, it's strange. Especially the one from last night. She pauses. I wait, looking at her expectantly. I was younger in my bedroom back at my parents' place. Well, it didn't look like my bedroom, and everything was kind of hazy, but I could hear the old hot water heater in the corner. I was being read a story from one of those children's books with the golden spines. Oh, those, yeah. You know the ones, right? I nod. Oh yeah, wow. I hadn't thought about those in ages. My parents used to read them to me all the time when I was little. Me too. Good grief, me too. Couldn't fall asleep without them. Oh, I can't recall ever being read a story outside of school, so that's why it was a bit unusual. It was reading you a story then. Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. The story was a fairly basic medieval fairy tale, with the king having been eaten by a dragon before, and the brave warrior venturing out to slay the beast. Despite it being a story I was being told, it was kind of like I was watching it happen all for real, like on a TV. The warrior travels a great distance to confront this dragon. When they finally find him, they falter. Inside the dragon's lair, the warrior finds a baby dragon, whom the big one was trying to protect. The king had wanted the dragons dead, stating that they were all monstrous, uncaring devils. But in seeing the big dragon protect his young, the warrior knows this is not the whole truth, and spares the dragon. Noble guy. It wasn't a guy. In fact, I believe it was my grandmother. The one you told me about? Yes. How do you know that? Finn's brow furrows slightly as she thinks. I'm not sure exactly. At the time it felt implicit, obvious. Like, who else could it be? So, warrior grandma doesn't kill the dragon, then what happens? Her gaze shifts as if searching for something fleeting. I don't think anything happened. It's just sort of a hard cut back to my bedroom. I could see the sun just starting to rise through the window. The sky is still orangey and red. You know, like how it gets during a drought when there's lots of dust in the air. Despite all of this, the room looked even darker. I couldn't see who was reading the story to me, just they had big red eyes. And then I woke up. That last part sounds familiar for some reason, but I'm having a difficult time remembering why. Wow? Jenna looked slightly embarrassed with herself, fussing with her head for as she sits up some. Discussing dreams can be a great way to help discern internal stresses in one's life. Her tone is slightly defensive, the Fennec using words way too fancy for this earlier in the morning. The problem is, dreams are often deeply personal abstractions that... She stops, frowning to herself and glances at the clock on the nightstand. It's probably going to be our turn to search duty here in a bit. The information we got from Micah is really helpful if true. Here's hoping he pulls through with his investigating. Yeah, to be honest, I was kind of a lot happier in thinking Carl just wanted a bender and got lost somewhere. You still might have, judging by how you said Micah described him acting. At least now we know the general direction to look. Right. I looked at the neatly made bed on TJ's side of the room. He had initially given us a bit of a strange look when I mentioned I was going to bunk with Jenna tonight. I can't tell if that's because he was curious about our relationship or if Fenn wasn't sleeping with him. I clarified that he didn't snore, just in case. Jenna's phone vibrates beside us, and she lets out a little sigh, clearly comfortable and not wanting to move. If I had longer arms, I'd grab it for you. Oh, such a gentleman. Don't worry, you're plenty long, Chase. She winks at me before rolling over and grabbing her phone. I stare at her with the biggest goddamn grin on my face. Definitely one of the better ego boosts I've received in recent years. Good grief, dude. Right up there with when the hipster barista girl at the downtown coffee shop told me I had foreign rock star vibes. Whatever that means. She tips away at her phone for a moment before looking over at me. Gonna meet with TJ down at the diner for breakfast. Some eggs and bacon sounds amazing to me right now. I'm usually not the sort of person who gets hungry as soon as they wake up, but that does sound pretty good. Yeah, with some jam and toast too. Now you're talking. She gives my rump a little pat and my heavy tail thumps against the mattress. I know you took one last night, but I should probably take a shower first. Gotta, get all the eye goop off me that's so offensive to you. Oh. She can't her in my direction, setting her phone back down. Thank you for being so considerate to those around you, Chase. We appreciate it, truly. I grunt idly and slide myself on the other side of the bed. I'll meet you down at the diner. Gonna walk down there this time. Reception's been kind of weird this morning, but I'll text TJ your order. Thank you. I give her a little thumbs up and she smiles, leaning over the edge of the bed to begin rifling through her suitcase. I'm not quite sure when it happens, but I don't think it's on Friday. So we're in the clear. We're in the clear for now, but I'm not looking forward to it, if you know what I mean. When I step out after about 20 minutes later, I notice that my phone is flashing with that new notification light. I click on it and notice one new message. It's Micah, your BS fucking shit up hitting Clint. Get down here to Jasmine Street now. Oh shit. God damn it, Leo. I sent out a big group text last night updating the group what happened with Micah. Everyone got back to me except Leo, who never responded. It showed that he'd read the message, though, so I didn't question it at the time. I quickly grab my keys and head out. I make sure to park at least a quarter mile down the street, past the intersection and onto Jasmine. From there, I make my way on foot, huffing my way down the gravel road. As I fast walk, I notice that there's little puddles everywhere, but there was no rain last night. At least if there was, I was sleeping too deep to notice. I could still practically smell the smoke of the bonfire from yesterday as I draw closer. I imagine they probably let it burn down to ashes last night, that group not seeming like the real fire safety type. Fuck you. The voice cracks to the silence, past a burnt-out trailer down the valley. It's shrill and raspy, and a violent clash. It sounds like garbage cans getting knocked over soon follows. It's unmistakably Clint. There's another voice that follows, this one lower. It's quiet and threatening, but I can't quite make out what he's saying. Something about making Clint's life hell. There's an accent to the way that the R's are being rolled, and I realize quickly it's a Leo. His English always gets worse when he's emotional. I creep up beside a shed full of what looks like copper tubing, wondering if it's not too late to turn back. Peering around the corner, I can see Clint knocked on his ass, a can of half-eaten beans spilled all over his crotch. He's almost completely covered in trash. Jeremy's also next to him, holding his arm and looking like he's about to start bawling. No sign of Mike or Heather, though. Where is he, huh? You gonna tell me? Shit, fat. I don't know where your friend is. That's bullshit. Leo snaps back, Clint flinching some as he slides himself further behind the trash can he knocked over earlier. A hypodermic needle is dangling from his thigh, probably poking him through his jeans. He doesn't seem to notice, eyes flicking around wildly, searching for something. You won't be so loud soon. Leo growls, tail raising and bristling. It's strange to see him flash his teeth like this. Leo getting truly angry was always a rarity growing up, the wolf usually being the one trying to pacify everyone else. Whatever his reasons, he's not having any of Clint's shit today. He snatches the ringtail by the scruff of his neck, Clint thrashing for a second before Leo tightens his grip. Jeremy looks up at the two of them, his eyes like saucers. I know you all tried to rob Carl's place, but it didn't work, huh? Carl got spooked and ran off and you said you were gonna handle him. Well, how'd you handle him? Something like how I'm about to handle you if you don't tell me. God damn it, Leo. There goes Micah's cover. So much for trying to do this the subtle way. I feel like I shouldn't step out from a hiding spot and say something, intervene, to do fucking anything to stop this before it escalates. But I just stand there, sane and doing nothing. Clint writhes just enough to clutch Leo's wrist, his long, unkempt fingernails digging into the white fur. I didn't see him, I swear. I ain't seen him at all. Not since last week. And we ain't done none of that robbing shit from his place. House fucking cursed. Bulging eyes shift to Jeremy's of waiting for confirmation of the chubby fennec. He's met with only silence. His nostrils flare, shaking his head. You know what happened. Fuck, I know you know, goddammit, don't lie to me. You don't know shit. Sounds like someone's been lying to you, and I think I know who. This is very clearly not what Leo wants to hear, jowls pulling back and exposing more of his teeth in a silent snarl. I need to find him. I need to fix this, and you two sacks of shit are gonna help me. Wolf throws Clint back down on top of Jeremy. The two collide with an audible thud. Jeremy yelps, clutching his arm again. Leo must have really heard it earlier. Psst. There's a sharp whisper from a broken-down RV to my left. Through the dusty, broken window, I can see the familiar outline of a pair of ridiculously large ears. Micah. Crouched down, clutching my tail and my paws so it doesn't flop around behind me. Quietly made my way to the door and stepped inside, careful not to step on any broken glass on the way in. The smell inside is awful, and despite the arid climate, it's surprisingly damp and moldy in here. Mike is hunkered down behind an overturned cabinet, glancing briefly at me before returning to gaze at the scene unfolding outside. I'm fucked, he mutters. And so is your friend. All thanks to him, of all people. Micah points the wolf outside, whose focus of attention now shifted to Jeremy. I didn't know you would react like this. They whisper back. Yeah, I thought you were just gonna call the cops on me. Didn't expect this from the Goody Two-Shoes Echo Gang. Micah frowns deeply, and I notice a heavy pipe wrench clenching his small paws. Whoa, are you gonna try hitting him with that? Micah swallows. He was asking about me by name earlier. Jeremy said he hadn't seen me, then Leo punched him in the arm so hard he hit the dirt. This is just in case. You better not have fucking hurt him, you fat fuck! Another cry of pain. I think Leo hit him again, but it's hard to tell through my spot at the window. Bat's gaze shifts back over to me. What the fuck are you still doing here? Go out there and stop him, you dumb shit. Micah whispers harshly, his raspy voice intense. Oh, right, but what? I sigh, rub my palm on my face. We need to find Carl, but this isn't any way to go about doing it. Nothing, I'll do it. Good, you're a schizo, but I never really took you as the sort to be down with torture and shit. Part of me is kind of happy to see Clint get his ass kicked, though. Oh yeah, fucker deserves a deck to the jaw every now and then, but I've counted 3. Flick of a nervous smile crosses the bat's face. Yeah, not cool. Thanks. He says that last bit so quiet I almost miss it. The bat's already back, just pushing his nose against the dusty window, trying to get a look at what's happening. His brow furrows. Wait, where'd he go? His ear perks, and his yellow eyes widen. Oh, piss. It takes me a second, but I hear it too. Footsteps. And they're getting closer. Micah scrambles at the back of the RV, opening the half-busted bathroom door and jamming himself inside. Don't let him see me! What? Oh, shit. Just Leo, calm down. I take a deep breath and midway to the door of the RV, pushing it open. Proceeds to promptly fall right off its rusty hinges, landing. It's gonna be Brian, isn't it? Landing in the dirt below. Leo stands about 5 feet away, his look of anger shifting to surprise. Chase? Fuck, what are you doing here? I'm not sure what to say. Behind Leo, I can see Clint and Jeremy slumped against the side of the mobile home. I decided to turn the question back to him, so I'm back the lump that had crawled its way up my throat. Me, Leo, what the hell are you doing here? We got a plan. Yeah, well, so do I. I'm gonna fix this and you don't have to worry about a thing, okay? Leo, we're in this together. We're not kids anymore. Look, I know you've been away a while, yeah. But these guys... He points back to Jeremy and Clint. They just hurt people, always have. That's all they do, just a bunch of gay-bashing speed freaks. And now they've crossed the line. Leo steps up, placing his large paws on my shoulders. I flinch. He notices then a hurt expression and crosses his muscles. He draws back. I'm gonna fix this, Chase. Trust me, please. Leo, I don't know. This is kind of fucked. You're just gonna get yourself in more trouble, and I don't want that. Look, it's just like we talked about last night. Everything's gonna be okay. Wait, what? Leo, you and I didn't talk last night. I haven't seen or spoken to you since Wednesday. Leo just stares at me, visibly confused. He looks down to his feet, then back up again. No. I was watching Carl's place and you came over. I told you about the need for action here, and you agree with me. I blink up at him. After the conversation with Mike, I went straight to bed. I definitely didn't go back all the way to Carl's. It was probably just a dream or something. Don't think so. He sucks his tongue for a second before speaking again. Have you seen Mike? I gotta ask him a few questions. No. I lie. I'll track him down, canine powered and what have you. He gesticulates with a loose swirl of his paw before letting it fall back limply at his side. Hopefully Mike took a shower recently. Might do that thing where he asks him a few questions one at a time to make sure their answers match up. I read about something like that in a spy novel once. And if they don't? Leo looks at me as if he wasn't expecting me to ask that question. Well, let's hope they do, yeah. Their own good. He nods sagely, seemingly trying to ignore the fact that I'm staring at him like he's missing a few bolts. When I don't say anything, he just sighs, turning to head back in the direction of Clint and Jeremy. Alright, you should head back to the motel and text the rest of the gang. I'll keep you updated. And if you see the As Leo rounds the side of one of the nearby sheds, something large, brown, and hairy juts forth and strikes him in the waist. I'm trying to sound calm. I'm trying to keep him, but my heart is fucking hammering already. The second I saw that, my fucking heart went crazy. I hate this dude. I hate him, and he terrifies me. He genuinely terrifies me. He has been the cause of many nightmares. I don't need this shit, okay? He recoils, staggering to his knees with a gasp. Just as he looks to see what hits him, a second blow strikes him square in the muzzle. I see his whole head rattle, his face contorted in pain as he falls flat in his ass, trying to scoot away from the source of the assault. Oh fuck! Leo! I run up to help him just as a huge bear emerged from around the shed. He was a big guy, but this man's nearly a foot taller than even him. Scab's coat is matted fur and a rank I don't want to do this. I don't want to Scab's coat is matted fur and a rank smell of stale beer and must wafts out from him like cheap perfume. There's something horrible about him, and not just his acrid odor or lesion-dotted visage. His eyes are empty. Empty not in a physical way, but there's something about his appearance that just can't quite be put into words. A combination of factors that make him look like he just walked straight out of a night. No shit. No fucking shit. He literally walked into my nightmares once. Okay? He was in. I hate this. I hate this. Brian, you're here. Shut up, man. Brian. God, this is fucking Brian. No wonder Mike would want to try the subtle approach. What the hell? Brian chuckles down at Leo, and the first thing I'm struck by how high-pitched his voice is. It's like this strange combination of Valley Girl lisp mixed with a hint of... How am I gonna do that, exactly? What you doing, boy? What you... He kicks at Leo's leg, the wolf grunting in pain. Doing? Smiles, pleased with himself in his little ambush. You know, this is my turf, right? You hurting my boy wasn't a kind thing. Where's Carl? Leo shouts, covered in dirt, as he scoots back along the ground. Brian continues to approach him with that same smile, several of his teeth missing, or half-rotted corn kernel-like... I'm gonna be sick. He seems to ignore Leo's question, grabbing at the wolf's pant leg while Leo kicks fruitlessly at him. I'm sorry, I'm genuinely getting shaky. My heart's hammering like a motherfucker. I gotta do something. Brian hasn't seen me yet. For some reason, the first thing that flashes through my mind is, what would Jenna do? Next thing I know, I'm walking toward both of them. I see Jeremy in the distance, his eyes going wide. He mouths one word, don't. Hey! Stop it right now! The bear stops what he's doing, looking at me with an indiscernible expression. No. Okay, please. I don't want this, but... Oh God, he's huge. Your behavior is getting real inappropriate. Well, fuck me, it's you. Duke was right. You've been skulking around here these past weeks, haven't you? Leo growls, taking advantage of the distracted Brian by kicking him square in the nuts as hard as he can. At least, that's where it looks like he was aiming for. Instead, it hits his thigh, and the bear stumbles back with a pained squeal. It's enough to give Leo some time to get back on his feet. I grab my keys in my pocket. My car's still parked a hell of a long ways away. I have no idea where Leo parked his van, or if he even drove in the first place. Come on, Leo, let's go! No. He balls his paws into fists. He knows where Carl is. Dude, you are obviously outmatched. Get away from this fucker. Your intelligence quota must be in the protozoa quadrant, okay? This is our only goddamn chance, Chase. Get out of here, get safe. I blanch as he begins rushing the bear, dropping his shoulder for a football tackle. Dude, really? You're just going to tell Chase to leave you there so you can get fucking killed, or worse? There's no way. No way in hell Leo can take on this guy. Leo, goddammit! The impact is hard, two heavy bodies colliding with an audible smack. The two topple down upon a wooden pallet covered in loose metal pipes. Brian squeals again, thrashing like a spider that's been spritzed with bug spray. The bear scratches at Leo, but Leo hits him hard in the face. Again and again, pummeling the previously grinning mug into a twisted visage of agony. Brian's squeals turn to outright screams like he's gone completely feral. Jesus, Leo. I said go! Brian jerks forward, sinking his yellow teeth. Okay. The wolf's eyes go wide from the shock of pain. It's stunning him still as he's held within the bear's jaws. He tries grabbing at his gnarly muzzle, but the bear only clamps down harder. I can see his nostrils dilating as his acrid breath puffs out in quick and enraged bursts. No! I've never wanted to fight my goddamn life, but again I have to do something. I run up and aim to kick Brian square in the head. Anything to get him off Leo. It's a glancing blow, but it's enough. I see his jaw unclench. Just as my foot catches and I trip over both of them, splaying chest first into the dirt. Leo's gonna owe me so many beers after this. I cough out sputters of dust and dry grass rolling over my back. I see a flash of fur and there's another couple of thuds. Then those eyes again, those empty ones. Brian's leering over me, his face puckered like he had just sucked in something sour. Leo is rolled over on his side, retching as he clutches his gut. He must have gotten socked in the stomach and hard. The bear says nothing as he places his two large paws around my neck. His expression does so much change as it cracks into an increasingly wide smile. Then a knee on my chest. I can't move. I can't breathe. My heart begins to race, feel my own pulse begin to throb. I can feel his thumbs dig down at where my jugular is. I gasp for breath, blood vessel beginning to pop. The eyes feel like they're about to squeeze out of my head. He knows what he's doing. So do you. Get away from him! Thud. Leo slams his whole body weight into the bear again. Takes all his force to budge him, but once he's down, he's stunned for a while. I gasp for breath, clutching at my neck and scurrying back behind Leo. Brian's on his paws and knees now, panting with sick, wheezy breaths. Leo scrambles up to his feet and kicks the bear in the ribs. He barely budges, but Leo keeps at it, strike after strike. He's swearing under his breath, a string of words in his native tongue flowing forth from between gritted teeth. I'm still having trouble catching my breath, my whole head throbbing and lights popping from my eyes. Brian yanks on the cuff of Leo's jeans and pulls the wolf down, out with him. He crawls on top, taking Leo's head one meaty paw and banging it against the ground. I can see him squeezing down, the wolf desperately flailing to get him off. He reaches for one of the pipes in the nearby pallet, but Brian catches him before he can get a hold on it. Bear Bear pins both of his wrists above him, grinning in a sort of hazy rage. I run up trying to push him up, but it's like trying to move a boulder. A single elbow strikes me and I go flying back. It feels like I just got hit by a goddamn car. I hear Leo scream in pain, followed by a short gurgling noise. Okay. I've never heard Leo sound like this in my life. It's horrible. Get off! Another cry. Gotta do something. Maybe I will. As I push myself out to my elbows, my head starts to spin, the throbbing on my skull intensifying. I can finally see what's happening. Brian's still got Leo pinned on the ground. He has his knee up on his chest and is pressing down with all his weight. Wolf heaves, trying to free his hands in no avail. A more primal look crosses his eyes, his toes curling down into the dirt and his paws balling into fists. Brian leans down for just a moment to grin at him when Leo snaps. His white fangs sink down the brown muzzle of the bear. He's biting hard, and I can practically see the cartilage tearing. Catches him off guard enough to let Leo get his paws free, which he promptly uses to pummel the bear's noggin. Each punch is a short, knuckle-heavy blow, not letting Brian get the opportunity to recover. The upper hand lasts only a couple of seconds, however, as the bear swings his fist blindly and connects right at Leo's temple. Another strike catches the edge of his shirt, and Brian tears it away like it's paper. His eyes shut, and he crumples back in a manner that I'm sure means he's unconscious. But he keeps moving, pushing himself out from under Brian and trying to crawl away. Come back here, boy! The shout is loud, and Leo begins to crawl faster. Just as he pushes himself to his feet, Brian tackles him back and onto all fours again, hit him in the back of the head. Once he stopped moving, Brian pushes his face into the dirt, rests his chest against Leo's back, breathing heavily down his neck. Fuck off! Leo's eyes begin to dart around rapidly as he realizes what's happening. The emasculating position is very much intentional. The two paws come down and grasp around the back of Leo's neck, huge fingers pressing down on his airways. Stop! I call out, my voice hoarse. Push myself back over what feels like the 100th time. If I can get to the pipes on that pallet, maybe I can stop this. I take one step and nearly collapse. What the hell happened to me? I close my eyes for a moment, trying to catch my breath. That's when I hear the sound of pattering little feet scampering across the topsoil. Take this, bitch! Bam! Heavy metal of the wrench strikes Brian the muzzle of Brian as he turns around. A spray of blood splatters both Brian and the bat, the bear hobbling back before roaring in agony, two teeth falling from the front of his maw. His whole body quakes with rage. Micah! What are you doing? Micah's chest rises and falls in rapid succession. It apparent his fight or flight responses are kicking in. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! As Brian turns to face him, his eyes wide, looks at the ladders taking hold. The bat fucking bolts, sprinting as fast as he can toward the edge of the trailer park into the desert scrub beyond. Astonishingly, Brian is right behind him. He's way too fast for someone his size, and he's screaming like a banshee as he runs. There's a moment where Micah stumbles, and I'm sure that the bear is going to catch him, but he just dodges out of the way and keeps going. They run and run until I can't see them anymore. Eerie silence falls upon the trailer park. I head over to Leo, taking him by the shoulder. Ferner's Giles is matted with dry blood, and his tail hangs between his legs, completely still. Leo, are you okay? Fuck. That's all he can say as he clutches his head. I agree with that sentiment. So close. Not really, man. About to say something else when I feel the wolf's large arms embrace me. Sorry. The sensitive moment catches me off guard after the brutality of what was just on display. Instead of embracing him in return, I'm left feeling uneasy. Sorry? Why are you sorry? He doesn't immediately respond, seeming to ignore the question. You okay? Oh, it's just dizzy. My neck's swollen, and it still kind of hurts to talk and swallow. He pulls back a little and looks at the horizon. Everything's red for me now. Huh? When he doesn't respond, I pull back to look at his face. Oh no, it is this day. It is this day. Oh no. Oh no, it is this day. No, please God, please. No, no. Oh, not Brian. And that. Fuck this shit, man. Leo doesn't respond. I pull back to look at his face. He seems kind of distant, probably concussed. I glance back to where Jeremy and Clint were and notice they're gone, no trace of them to be seen. I need to take a fucking sip of this shit, good grief. God, it's good, man. Jesus. I think from that I see the familiar white fur of Micah's head and shoulders in the distance, but he's well out of sight by now. God damn, Micah saved you, know that? You saved me. I blink, furrow my brow some. No, that was Micah, the short bat guy. I hope he's gonna be okay. He's fast and wily. He should be fine, especially once Brian's adrenaline wears off. Thanks, Jewel. Shut up. I love you. I'm struck by the gentleness of his statement, his tone genuine as if dazed. The frayed mess of nerves that I am right now, hearing that soothes me just a little. Yeah, sure, Leo. Love you too. Let's get you back to the motel. I look down at the tattered remains of Leo's shirt as we stand up together. Christ, this wasn't protective at all, was it? We limp our way back to my sedan, and after helping Leo into the back seat, we make our way back to the motel. Oh, fuck. No, 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 I don't want to. No, no, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I do not, okay. Okay, 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 okay. No, stop. You're okay. I'm actually. It's fine. Fine. It's a game. It's a game. God, you're heavier than I remember. Only where it counts. Mariah smiles as Will's on his muzzle, the battered wolf clearly still looping from the blows to his head. Or at least that's what I hope the explanation is. He keeps squeezing my sides. I struggle to keep him upright. My free hand, I dig around my pocket and search for the Echo Motel keycard. The task is made all the more difficult by the pawing ministrations of Leo who I keep having to bat away. For fuck's sake, Leo, I'm genuinely pissed at you. We almost died and you blew our chance to find Carl easily. I don't even know how I'm going to begin to explain all this to the cops. Leo makes a dismissive noise. I'll handle it, you don't gotta worry. Prop Leo up against the wall, giving him an incredulous look. Does he not even process what would have happened if Mike and I hadn't stepped in to help him? Leo, you just pissed off the kind of trailer park drug kingpin who now knows exactly where you are. That should concern the hell out of you. Nah. There's a distant look in his eyes. Before I have time to further chastise what an idiot he's being, I hear a voice call from behind me. Hey! Jenna's holding a small plastic bag with the words thank you printed on it over and over again in bold red lettering. Jeez, where were you? What's going on? Leo's expression goes a little more flat, his tail on moving behind him. Jenna! Wolf greets her curtly, listening perplexed face in the fox. I only for 20 minutes, and of course, Leo is now beaten and shirtless. She gives me a stern look. What happened? I let out a sigh, pinching the tip of my nose before letting my paw flop down to my side. Leo tried to interrogate the Tetanus Alley crew by himself. And I was doing fine till that squeaky-voiced fat ass showed up. Brian, I clarify. Oh, shit. She reaches into her pocket, taking her own keycard and sliding to the door. Come on, let's get you inside. There's some basic medical supplies in the bathroom. I'll see what I can scrounge up. I think he's got a concussion. Yeah, I don't need to tell you that much. You shouldn't let him fall asleep. I'm right here, you know, you can talk to me. What if I think it would do any good, but you obviously don't listen to anything we say, as evidenced by this latest stunt. God, Leo, why are you so stupid? You're an adult. Jenna pushes the door open and I help Leo inside. I'm trying not to look directly at him, but judging by the tenseness of his muscles, I can tell he's definitely not digging Jenna's scolding. Well, tough fucking shit, cunt. I walk Leo over to one of the beds and help him sit down, carefully so he doesn't swish his own tail. The more I click, the closer we get to it. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I'm genuinely fucking scared. Okay, I am actually genuinely scared because I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna fucking happen, and every click gets me closer to it. It's literally only like 5 seconds. It's literally only 5 seconds, but it is so bad for me. I don't even know why. Really, I don't even know why. It's just that bad. It's not 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 that bad. Okay, easy now, big guy. Wolf palpably softens out those words, and I think I catch a slight, sad smile passed in my direction. Despite all his idiocy, we did just survive near death together. He pats my lower back as Mrs. Jenna shuts the door behind us. I should probably text TJ. He's doing some sports medicine courses, so he might be able to help us out a bit. He left to continue the search with Flynn after you didn't show up. Though honestly, I think we should drive him to the urgent care down in Peyton. I look up to Leo, anticipating his response before he even speaks. I'm fine. Leo. I said I'm fine, yeah? You shouldn't be babying over while Carl's still out there. You're right, we shouldn't be having to do this at all. Jenna walks past us both with a glaring look of maternal disappointment before heading to the bathroom. She does drop the bag of food next to us in the bed, though. Ordinarily, I'd be concerned about getting grease in the covers, but considering the circumstances, I pull out a styrofoam container from the bag and pop it open. Inside are 2 grilled cheese sandwiches with toast, eggs, and bacon pushed off to the side. It looks kind of haphazardly put together, but my grumbling stomach doesn't mind. I hand Leo a grilled cheese and take some bacon for myself. Feeling dizzy? Any sudden sharp head pains? Just some throbbing. But that's about a par for the course around here. Shut up. I will actually finish what Brian started. He grins for a flicker of a second before taking a huge bite of the sandwich. I can't help but stare at him wide-eyed, my face burning. It's not that I'm super offended by the flirting or anything, but now of all times to do it... Leo. Leo swallows down a mouthful of bread and cheese. Judging by his expression... Oh no, is it happening? Is the background getting more Fuck. I don't like this. I don't like this. Judging by his expression, he doesn't seem to be a big fan of the taste. Sorry, I'm just sitting sleepy. I reach out, clutching his shoulder. Hey, come on, don't pass out on us. You know you can't do that now. Jenna returns with some hydrogen peroxide gauze and looks like a bottle of acetaminophen. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I sent out a message to the group chat letting them know what's going on. The signal's being kind of weird for a second, but it said sent. Jenna sits down beside the wolf with her can of disinfectant, which Leo visibly recoils. I can deal it, just give it to me. The Fennec's brow furrows as she actually pulls back the can. No, that is not how you're going to treat me right now. Like you treat me like shit, yeah? What? I know you've been tongue nailing me behind my back, trying to keep Chase away. Jenna stares dumbfounded at Leo. I am absolutely baffled by your priorities right now. I'm going to assume this is the head trauma speaking. So what if it is? You know it's true. Oh no, I don't fucking like this. No, sir. I hear that music, and I know it's getting closer to this argument. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to fucking do this. I know, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's fucking dark out. No. I don't want to do this. I must sound like I'm faking. I'm not. I'm genuinely not. I don't want to fucking do this. This is honestly one of the most pants shit inducing moments in this entire visual novel. It was for me at least. It just, no, I don't like this. I really don't like this. I almost fucking started hyperventilating there. I don't know. I don't know how... Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to move to the fucking... Yeah, no, it's dark out. It's dark out. It would just be... No. There'd be light. There'd be better light. There'd be better light. You wouldn't be like... You wouldn't be like, your back to the fucking wall, okay? I mean, technically we will be, but you wouldn't have your back to the window. You wouldn't have your back to the window. There'd be more light. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm having a genuine reaction to emotions I'm feeling. Therefore, I'm not going to apologize for them. So, fuck you if you're wanting me to apologize. Yeah, I'm moving. I'm moving to a better lit position right now because fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Seriously, fuck this shit. I don't care. I don't care. Well, obviously I do if we're getting this upset over it, but whatever. God, I can't even explain. Oh, it actually is getting light out. Okay. Huh. Guess I was wrong. It's just that I have my lamp on and I can't really see that well from where I was sitting before. Considering my back was to the window, so you know that sucks. Oh my god, I don't like this. I really don't like this. I've been stalling now for like a minute and a half. Good grief. Well, I'm gonna take a fucking sip of this fucking cocoa, cause fuck it. Why not? Leo shifts his gaze to me. She has, hasn't she? I sigh. I really wasn't prepared with this confrontation right now. I probably should have spent more time with you to make sure you didn't do anything like you just did. No, Chase, this is not your fault. The sooner Leo realizes he's making mistakes, the sooner we can all rally and figure out what we're going to do next. Remember him? The person we're actually trying to find? I wince, having agreed with the first part of what Jenna said, but it's definitely gone a step too far. Jenna, we are all concerned about Carl. I take the antiseptic spray and begin shaking the can before spritzing out a few of Leo's wounds. The wolf barely even reacts. His pain tolerance was already pretty heavy growing up. He'd win pretty much every game of slap hands or punch you, punch me that Flynn or Carl devised. I used to find that sort of toughness attractive. Guys, let's focus. Jenna holds up the flat of her palm toward me, speaking up with a curt tone. Chase, you don't really believe Leo is doing this out of the genuine goodness of his heart, right? That he has some deep compassion for Carl? Hell, I've spoken with Carl online these past few years. Leo basically stopped talking the moment you left for college. That is 3 whole years of not giving a damn. Leo's jowls pull back along the corners of his mouth for a moment before he reaches up and clutches his temple. That's real hypocritical of you to say. Don't. Jenna looks up at the still in her usual cool and collected demeanor. You're gonna bring her family, aren't you? Oh, you absolute cunt. It's clear Leo's actions have pushed her past. Holy shit, I have fucking goosebumps. I just realized I have fucking goosebumps all over my arms. It's clear Leo's actions have pushed her past the point of calm understanding. Don't stop you from laying into me while you're guilty of the same. Yeah, you left everyone behind, didn't you? Jenna looks stunned for her brow furrowed once again. Oh yes, Leo, a completely unjustified decision. Unrelenting neglect, abuse, and traumatic influence is no reason to distance oneself from the sacred nuclear family units. It's not often Jenna outright expresses what went on in her tiny house growing up. We all figured she wasn't keen on representing herself as somebody pitied, so we generally didn't pry. Her bringing this up now definitely means it's a touchier subject, and Leo knows this. After this outburst in your latest behavior, is it any wonder that we don't reach out to you much anymore? Leo's unfocused gaze shifts from Jenna to me and back again. Chase talks to me. I squeeze Leo's shoulder. Guys, Carl, let's focus on Carl. What are we gonna do about him? I flash Jenna a pleading look. Yeah, he's still messaging me from time to time. I squeeze harder. He says he misses me and that he can't wait to see me again. Oh no! Oh, I see it. It's happening. It's happening. The saturation's getting more intense. It's coming. Oh no, please God. I'm literally right next to a lamp. The lamp is pointing down on the computer screen. I don't fucking need this shit, bitch. I don't fucking need this shit. I'm not doing this today. I'm not about to be... Yeah. Then he misses us being together. What? And appears at Leo incredulously, her arms folded across her chest. When no one says anything in response, she unfolds her arms, her expression softening some. Wait, seriously? Her attention shifts to me. You've been texting Leo, they want to get back together this whole time? No, not really. I mean, I barely text him. It's always late at night. Leo speaks with a droll monotone. My phone flashes and it's you. You bring up all the old times we used messed around, and how you want to do it again. You get kinda intense, too. Like last time we talked about, you know, how you wanted me in you again. Leo, for fuck's sake. My face absolutely burns. I just want to throw my paw over his muzzle and shut him up. How could he be bringing this up at a time like this? Or bring it up at all? Jenna's brow is raised higher now. Before she can say anything, Leo speaks. I am not okay. Okay. Before she can say anything, Leo speaks again, gesturing forward with jittery movements. I'm not fucking lying, yeah. I can show you the texts. I saved them. Got rid of them the next morning. Every time. A dull throb pounds in my head. The intrusive thoughts is pointed at Jenna's gaze, which is very much aimed at me right now. They made you feel guilty. Out of everything, that's what you feel guilty about? Okay, wow. Neither of you told me any of this. I don't like this, okay? I don't like this. 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 It's getting closer and closer with every click. Every fucking click. I don't like it. I am really hyping this up, aren't I? Yeah. It's not gonna live up to the hype, is it now? Oh boy. First time it did, but maybe not this time, hopefully. Because, like, I know it's coming. I know it's coming, that's the thing. And it's easier, I guess, but, like, I remember I was in, like, the Echo server in this Echo Spoilers chat, and, like, someone just, bam, posted a gif of this exact thing I'm talking about, and, like, I genuinely got fucking chills. Because I wasn't expecting it. I even said, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Like, I was literally fucking pissed that he would... God, I hate it. I practically want to scream now. Carl, let's focus on Carl. Anything to get the spotlight off me. Well, it really wasn't pertinent. It was just a couple times over the span of 3 years. Chase... It is. At least somewhat. She hesitates a second, trying to find some gentle phrasing, as she shifts her weight from one foot to the other. This fucking side of the screen, man. I'm scared. I'm scared because, like, it's coming, it's happening, it's going to happen. I don't fucking like this shit. She hesitates a second, trying to find some gentle phrasing as she shifts her weight from one foot to the other. Not the nitty-gritty details, of course, unless we were all particularly inebriated. She looked between the two of us. At the very least, it partially explains Leo's behavior. Though I'm not saying it justifies it. There you go again. I'm right here and you're still talking over me. Oh, fuck off, Leo. He hunches forward some. You're injured, Leo. Plus, your words and actions have been exceptionally irrational lately, so forgive me if you aren't given a spot at the grown-up table. Oh no, it's happening. No. I would take off my headphones, but I can't because that's where my microphone is. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, okay? I don't want to do this. I'm actually I'm not okay right now. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. You aren't gonna hear the music. I'm not gonna hear the music. Actually, because I won't have the sound. I hate this. I only 5 seconds. He ignores her, beginning to mumble. At first I was confused. Why were you acting like this? Trying to take away my chances to make things right. Always been cruel, but never this bad, yeah. Cruel? Jim lets an amused but exhausted noise pinching the bridge of her muzzle. Are you implying that I'm stealing shades from you? As if you were an object to be conquered and taken? That is aggressive. Leo starts talking in that deadpan voice before Jenna finishes. You know what you're doing. Attitude towards someone you claim to understand. Attitude towards someone you claim to understand so deeply. Jenna continues speaking even throughout the wolf's words. I don't like this. I don't like this. Because I don't remember the exact line. That does it. I don't know the exact line. And that is what's setting me off, because I want to be able to prepare for it and not just have it happen, okay? I don't want to have it just fucking walk on screen, okay? Fucking Shulpa is not going to surprise me this time, fucker. Jenna continues speaking with even throughout the wolf's words. But hey, that's just who you are. Leo, please relax. Stop talking. I begin wrapping gauze around some of the disinfected wounds. I am genuinely. I don't know when this is going to happen. I just know it happens. I just know it happens, and I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not fucking okay. Okay, yeah. Fucking MCR, why not? I don't fucking care. It's hard to tell and difficult to focus what's going on, but some of these might require stitches. Congrats, you need stitches. Good. I don't fucking care. I don't, you know, I would just click like fucking crazy, but that doesn't exactly, you know, yeah. I don't wanna. I'm not okay. His large head turns to look at me, but his pupils are hidden behind his half-open eyelids. Just close my eyes and fall asleep. Wait, no, don't do that. And then you're right there with me again. No, okay, no. No. It's getting lighter outside. It's 6:49. Good God, I don't like this. I don't want to do this. Fuck this. That's the line about Shulpa if I've ever seen it. I don't want to see it. God, I can't even imagine how I would have reacted if I'd, like, actually experienced it myself instead of watching the video, you know? If I'd actually just played the visual novel, had that happen, with no one else talking. Good grief. Jenna's nostrils flare, exasperated. I'm about to smack him awake. No. Okay, I frown. Don't do that. You know what? Fuck. I'm not. Okay. I'm sorry, we're just stopping in the middle of a fucking thing, but I'm really not prepared for this right now. I need to cool off, and that's the end of this video. I don't care. I don't care. It's not short either, so bye.